Marlen, the news just broke at the WBC Ratings Commission that you're going to have a unified, undisputed championship fight coming up against Argentina's Celeste Alaniz. What do you know about her? What do you know about this fight right now?
I know that they're trying to make it happen as soon as possible. So we're hopefully looking at the beginning of next year or the end of this year, but most likely the beginning of next year. And we're just going to prepare as usual and get ready to win another fight.
There was just a very interesting panel on women's boxing, and I thought that you came right up on stage and had some powerful things to say about let's prioritize what we're going to argue for. A lot of people are talking about should it be a 2-minute round or a 3-minute round, but let's try to get to 12 rounds in the first place. Why do you feel like that's a necessary step?
So I was the first female to ever fight 3-minute rounds.
Yeah.
I did it twice. Now that I've been fighting more, and I'm really starting to understand the pro game, what people want to see, and also the safety behind things. That right now we're asking for better pay, right? And I was the person who also said if we want equal pay, we need equal work, right? But right now, if they're still working on studies, and it's a lot more entertaining to see 2-minute rounds, we need to stick to worry about the longevity. How can we get more time? Because that's what we're asking for. So let's focus on 12 rounds that are 2 minutes because we know it's safe.
Right.
In the meantime, us as women need to stick together and figure out what we actually want to do. So when the studies are done and everything's possible, we actually know what we're arguing for or who we're arguing for and not against each other.
You know, you raise a great point because your timing couldn't be better because, while it's been a crappy year for men's boxing, I think it's been the best year ever for female boxing. I mean, we've seen, Madison Square Garden sold out. We've seen those great fights overseas, your own title defenses. How do you feel about the momentum of women's boxing right now as we speak?
I think the momentum is great, but because you said that, I wanted to hit on the last question. Like everyone keeps saying, well, a lot of the fights would have gone different if it was 3-minute rounds, right? But so would have the fights gotten different as well if they were 12 rounds, right?
Yeah.
And still the 2 minutes. So I think that's also with the Katie Taylor fight, they were using the 3-minute round thing. But if they would have gone 2 more rounds, would have Katie survived? Still a question, right?
Great debate.
Back to the original question of how I think women's boxing is picking up. I think it's picking up beautifully. I think that because of the 2-minute rounds, people are starting to be more interested because it's a lot more entertaining.
Yeah.
Right? There's a lot going on. And we're starting to pick up momentum. We're starting to see people are starting to recognize us and see that we are actually talented. And a lot of the girls are really speaking up. They're trying to make good fights happen. Girls tend to not run away. We want to fight. We're trying to get this done, and everybody's trying to be the best. So I think it's picking up beautifully, and I can't wait. And I'm extremely happy to be part of it.
I agree with you, and I mean the thing that I think you guys are all doing is that the depth of the sport is getting so much better. You're inspiring young girls who want to become boxers, and that's what we're seeing, right? I mean, the quality is so deep now. It seems like
it is, and that's
5 years ago.
That's been something that I've focused on my entire life for boxing to help the generations behind me. Because of that sole purpose of when I started boxing, I'm 32. I started boxing when I was 9-10 years old. That was a long time ago. And boxing was very difficult to maneuver. I'm extremely blessed, and I had to work extremely hard. There was a lot of tears that did not have to do with getting hit. Okay, so to be able to cross a lot of those things off the list and let the girls behind me focus more on the boxing and less on the politics, to me is a beautiful thing.
Great. We're looking forward to your fight in early 2023. Congratulations on getting it. We'll see you soon, Marlen. Thank you.